Hello, everyone. Very, very hearty welcome to all of you today. Just a second. Yep. Hello, everyone. A very, very hearty welcome to all of you for day 18 of the 21-day program. Every day when we finish or we're about to finish, we give a big round of applause to all the people who are putting the hard work. You guys keep saying to us that we've done a phenomenal job or we're doing a great job. Today, I thought we'll take this opportunity to give a big round of applause to all of you, our returning participants who have prioritized yourself, who have taken time out for yourself, who have decided to make sure that you will keep this time aside commit to these 21 days for yourself. So let us all just give a big round of applause to all of you who have been joining us every day. A very, very big congratulations to all of you, because it is not easy sometimes to take time just for yourself. And I really congratulate you from the bottom of my heart, because you guys have done that. You guys have given us the motivation to keep going. So thank you. Thank you very, very much. So as we are on day 18 today, you guys must remember the last week we did like all the energy centers, starting from Muladhara, which is the first energy center. We covered all the way up till the seventh energy center, which is on the top of the head, the Sahasrara. So we covered a lot of aspects about satisfaction, about love, about forgiveness, about sweetness, about pure desire, innocence, creativity. So today we thought, let us do a quick revision of all 7 energy centers. So we have Uncle John Michel today, who is going to take us through a meditation. We did not ask you to prepare a foot soak today. However, if you have prepared a foot soak, always feel free. You can always soak your feet while we're meditating. So don't worry if you have a foot soak ready. When we start the meditation, you can always soak your feet, and in 10 minutes, you can take your feet out. So if you have prepared, if you haven't, that's absolutely fine, because we did not ask you to prepare a foot soak today. Perhaps we might do one tomorrow. So today we'll do a quick revision of all the 7 energy centers and have a consolidated meditation going from the first energy center all the way to the 7th. And I will do most of the announcements. Hello, Uncle John. I will be doing most of the announcements at the end. We will quickly resume with the meditation now. However, I have one quick request to all of you. Since we are going to organize an intermediate program, the intermediate program is only going to be for you guys who have been joining us regularly. So although you all are in one of the 3 WhatsApp groups that we are managing right now, it is my humble request, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching here on Zoom, can you please contact us and give us your contact details? Some of you I might be already in contact with. If not, I'm going to put my name and number in the chat window here. And what we'll do is on the YouTube, we will also provide you with the Zoom link. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll put in the comments the Zoom link. Just click on that and try to come in the Zoom meeting. If not, just see if you can post your number or your email to us so we know you're regularly watching, so that we might create a separate WhatsApp group for you guys. So I'm repeating again, if you can put your number in the Zoom chat window right now. So I'm going to put my number here. So right now I've put my number. My name is Manika, for anyone who might have forgotten. Similarly, you can reply privately to me. So if you just click on my message, you will see my name. Click on that, and that will be a private message to me. Just put your number there and send it to me so that I can create a separate WhatsApp group for you guys, where we will keep the communication only for you guys who will be entering the intermediate program with us after we finish. So thank you so much. That's just one request. If you can just keep putting your number and sending it through, we'll keep saving them. And at the end of the 21 days, or before we finish, we'll create a WhatsApp group for the intermediate program that will make our life really, really easy. So thank you again. And without further ado, I'm going to pass the baton to Uncle John Michel so he can start with the meditation for today.
Thank you, Manika. Hello, everyone. I have to say that I really enjoyed Tom's music on the guitar, and I am already in meditation. So what we are proposing to do today is we are going to listen to a talk by Shri Mataji after the meditation, And this talk will be about the effects of Kundalini in us. So what we are going to start now is we're going to start with raising our Kundalini and protection on ourselves. Then we are going to have a quick, a short time to reflect in ourselves and see how we feel right now. After listening to this music, just have a look at how you feel. So we place our hands open and towards Shri Mataji on the photo. You can close your eyes, keep your eyes open. It's up to you. But try to focus inside. Put your attention inside. When we put our attention inside, we don't need to put any effort. It is not about forcing ourselves to be like this, to be like that. It's only to relax, to let go of everything and just watch what's happening. So while I'm speaking and guiding the meditation, so we are going to play some music and it will help keep our focus inside. So let our attention relax. Just let go of everything. Anything happened today is not important. Then we are going to keep our right hand open on the lap and the left hand, we bend the elbow and we point our left hand towards the sky. And in that way, we are going to clear the right side and make it cooler. And again, we just relax. We don't need to think of anything. As you know, the Kundalini within us, this motherly energy, is always there for us. And she's the one who is actually bringing us the balance inside. So if you like, you can ask, Mother, please cool down my right side. Put me in balance. Give me the balance. Let me be in the present moment. Now we take our left hand down on the lap and we place our right hand down towards the earth. This will help clear the left side. Imagine you are sitting on the grass outside. Mother, please bring balance to my left side. Please clear my left side of any obstacle. And my left side is my emotional side. Anything from the past, I surrender to the Mother Earth. Mother Kundalini, please bring balance to my left side. Bring me in the present moment. As soon as you start feeling cool in your left hand, you can bring back your right hand on the lap. Make sure you sit straight. Not, you don't have to hurt your back, but make sure you sit straight so that your back has no pressure. The Kundalini is going through as a bubble, if you like. You release some air in the water and it goes up as a bubble. And the Kundalini is taking our attention upward, the same way. So we don't want any obstacle on her way. Now we're going to place our right hand on the heart. The heart is the seat of our spirit. And here we're only going to say, Mother, I am the spirit. Mother, I am the spirit. I am not this body, not this mind. I am not the past, not the future. I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the spirit. Then we take our index finger and we place it at in the hole at the throat. Place our index finger at the throat. We keep our left hand open on the lap. And here we're going to say, Mother, I am the witness. I am the witness. I do not do anything. You do everything. I am the witness. Again, just relax. Don't do anything. Don't force anything. Just relax. Let go of everything. Mother, I am the witness. Then we place our right hand on the forehead. Mother, I forgive everybody. I forgive everybody. Mother, I forgive. I forgive everything. I forgive myself. Because I am the Spirit, I forgive everything. Then we take our hand above the head. If you feel cool, take down your right hand and use the other hand. And try again. If you're not sure what you feel, try again the right hand. Try and see that you feel the vibrations we call in the hands. When you're ready, you can put down your hands on the lap. Without effort, without thinking. Just relax. If you feel any pressure on your hands, in your body, in your head, just put attention on it. You're watching what's happening, but you don't react. Just let go. Let the Kundalini come and fix it for you. Now we're going to watch a video of Shri Mataji for a few minutes, and after that we'll have some live music.
Read how much it will cost. Nothing. Become thoughtless. And thoughtless awareness is nothing but such a pouring sense of joy. Joy which is neither happiness or unhappiness, but singular. You cannot describe it in words, but you can really feel it inside yourself, that joy of being the self. And that's the time has come for you to get it. We are also here for that. And this is the special time when it is going to work out. Now you feel also the collective consciousness, that you can feel on your fingertips the chakras, the centers of other people. And who is the other? On your centers you can feel your problems, in the same way you can see the problems of others. If you can cure your own centers, you can easily cure the centers of others, without any money, without any fuss, without anything. It's very, very simple. It is all built in within you. All this is built in within you. And this built-in power starts working. You don't have to do anything. It's all there. For example, you see so many lights are. You switch on and you get all the lights. But you know how to switch on. It's all built in. Again I say, don't have to stand your heads, you don't have to break your necks, nothing. As you are wonderful. And this is your own individual mother. She is your own. She has no other child. And she knows everything about you. As you have in the tape, you see. She knows your past. She knows your aspirations. She knows you very well. And she's the one who's going to give your second birth. She's your mother. She loves you. Now there are books saying that if you have the Kundalini, she disturbs you. These are modern ones. Where they say that it burns you. I mean, she's your mother. Have you heard? I mean, maybe these modern times anything is possible. But can a mother burn her own child? She has been waiting for ages to give you this realization.
we're going to view another video of Shri Mataji. We're going to, yes.
Within yourself. And this is what we have to realize, that we are all collectively. So we talk, we are brothers, sisters, that becomes just a talk, but it becomes actuality. And you really enjoy it, you really enjoy it. You forget your past, you forget all your nonsensical ideas about the future, and you just enjoy every moment of your life, because present is so dynamic. It's so dynamic. To remain in present is very difficult, but with realization you are in present. You are just watching, there's no worry, nothing, no tension, because you are in the present. If you are upset about the past, if you are worried about the future, then the tension rises. But if you are in the center, you have seen here, if you are on the left, you go that side and put a pressure on your brain. If you are on the right side, you go that way and put a pressure on the brain. But if you are in the center, there's no pressure, it's opened out like that, and you feel absolutely relaxed. You at least come down 20 years in your age, you feel extremely active. Nobody has died in Sahaja Yoga before 70 years. Some people were told by astrologers they will die at 35, they are still going strong, all right, all these 12 years, nothing goes wrong with them. So your life, everything changes, your horoscope has no meaning, the stars have no effect on you, you go beyond time and space. You just remain in a place where you are just helped, looked after, and given joy, happiness and bliss. The whole world has to get this. I want the whole world to get it. But you know how difficult it is. It's only you people who have got it, have to give it to others. So at the very outset, I have to tell you, you've got realization, you'll feel very happy, on top of the world, you'll feel very nice. But please do not give up coming to the centers. They don't charge you any money. On the contrary, they might give you a cup of tea, they might give you something to eat free. They won't ask you. Later on, you can contribute some money to have a bigger hall, that's your lookout. But I don't want any money, and the hall has to be paid not for spiritual work. It is, if the hall is hired, all right, you collect some money and hire the hall. In the beginning, I used to hire the hall, I used to pay for everything. Now, of course, there are more people, so they don't like it that I should pay for their salvation. So they pay, they pay for the hall a little bit, that's all. So you don't have to worry about payment and things. It's such a joyous thing to enjoy each other. That's what you have come to. May God bless you. I'm so very happy. I hope you'll keep my word that next time when I come, every one of you can give realization to thousands. But everybody must try some few and have confidence in yourself. Know that you are yogis greater than all these fake gurus. Much, much greater than them. They are nothing. They are minus people. So remember that. And please, I hope you will do the needful that is needed for the expansion of your own growth. May God bless you. Now, if there are any sensible questions, if they have asked, I would like to answer. Sensible. Not like the other day that fellow got just, I don't know what happened to him.
There's a very good question, Sri Mataji. On realization, you claim that the spirit sees what you're doing. What does this mean? Does it mean that you can do no wrong? That what you decide is correct? What I mean is, does the spirit take control of your total life?
Yeah, of course, it does. You see, the light of the spirit is such, as I told you before, that if you have a snake in your hand and if you see the light in the snake, you just throw away. In the same way, the right and the wrong, which is a confusion for us, just vanishes in the thin air, because you know what is right. How? Through vibrations. See, you meet somebody, immediately you will know that what sort of a person it is. If he is a tangible, sensible, or could be managed, you can just look at him. The eyes have that love, that compassion. That will melt him down. He'll be all right. He'll be very kind, he'll be nice. Supposing he's a horrid person, you will immediately know. You'll say, all right, we'll meet tomorrow. That's how you will behave, like the tip of the root. How it moves. It avoids all the hard things, goes to the soft things, and manages to use that hard thing to hold the tree. All discretion and all sensible things you know. But what happens is that when you are enlightened, first of all, we do wrong things because the brain does not know what is right and wrong. But as I don't know if he has told you, but in the Swadhisthana chakra is the second chakra, transforms the fat of the stomach to ascent for the use of the brain, because we are using brain cells every time and they are thrown out, dead cells. Now they are replaced by the fat cells which comes from the stomach, go there and replace them. Now what happens that when the dharma, what you call the righteousness, the goodness, all that is told in the scriptures, the 10 commandments, the centers are in the stomach. Now when you are realized, means the kundalini awakens you. When the kundalini awakens you in the stomach, then what happens that these cells get the experiencer of the joy of virtue. Experiencer awakens in them. So they become virtuous because those same cells go in your brain and they displace all the horrible cells that are there which has no experiences. You see, to enjoy the virtue that you have, to enjoy the righteousness is not there. That's why we do wrong things. Actually we think we enjoy something that is wrong. It's not so. What we enjoy, that is right. And that's how the whole brain system changes into an enlightened brain which always does good. Like Christ, you don't have to tell him not to do this. In the same way, you become a holy person. You become holy. You become auspicious. You become really a pious person. You become a person who's, even to look at such a person, one feels peaceful and nice. You become that kind of a personality which is described. Wonderful people, compassionate, because the cells that are your brain are now enlightened by Kundalini and have taken a new form. So you just get transformed. So Kundalini works its way, and then the light of the spirit falls on those cells. Because what is in these 7 chakras are there, as you see, all these are represented in the brain. They are called the pithas. You can say the seats of these 7 chakras are in the brain. Now the seats of these 7 chakras get the light from the heart, because there are 7 auras of these chakras on the heart. As soon as your brain changes, the auras change. And on top of that, you get the light, beautiful light of the spirit, which makes the whole thing so beautiful. See, virtue no more becomes a horrible stuff. Like a person may be virtuous, sure he is virtuous, but people don't like him because he's so virtuous. They say, goody goody fellow, something like that. But this goody goody fellow also becomes a beautiful person, very attractive, very nice, very gentle, very kind, very compassionate, very discreet, very wise. So all these combinations start working in a person. Naturally a person sees, he was here, he's gone there. How? How has he changed? The very character of that person which has changed catches the eye of others and they start transforming. That's what you are. The lights of today will become tomorrow the beacons of the world. I know that. I'm waiting for that day to happen. May God bless you all. Now what is the second question?
I hope you enjoyed this talk by Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji has been supporting us her whole life. She has given us so many advice, and she invited us to listen to classical music in India many times. She organized tours for us to visit India, special places where saints came in the past. And we are very happy to share this with you. So we're going to do another meditation now. Again, we will have some music in the background. So we just close our eyes again and place our right hand on the heart. In the video, Shri Mataji mentioned about the spirit. The spirit has two locations in our body. The first location is the heart, the organ. The other location of the spirit is on top of the head, in the last chakra, in the center of the last chakra, there is the seat of the spirit. So when we meditate, our spirit in the heart is enlightened and blossoms on top of the head. And when it does that, it integrates all the chakras above the head. So let's put our right hand on the heart. Let us feel our spirit. The spirit is what doesn't die. When we die, the spirit doesn't die. When we sleep, the spirit is awake. When we feel joy, it is the joy of our spirit. When we feel love, it is the love from our spirit. And what allows us to connect to Shri Mataji is because of our spirit. What allows us to feel the Kundalini, the vibrations, the cool on our hands, is the spirit. We're going to address our mother, spiritual mother. Mother, please come in my heart. Please come in my heart. Put your love into my heart. Let me not be in delusions. Please take me away from illusions. Take away the sheen of superficiality. Please keep me in reality. Let me see your love in my heart. Let me feel your love in my heart. Just to clear our fifth chakra, we put our right hand on the left shoulder and we turn our head to the right. And here we say, I am not guilty. Mother, I am not guilty. Then we place our hand on top of the head. And then we lift our hand above the head. And make sure that we don't put any effort. We just relax. Try with your other hand. When you're ready, you can take down your both hands on the lap. Keep your eyes closed and don't put any effort. If you feel any heaviness on the left hand, just drop your right hand towards the earth without thinking. And if you have some thoughts coming, just put back your right hand on the lap. Lift your left hand above the shoulder without thinking. Now with your right hand, we are going to raise our Kundalini like this, very slowly, a few times. When you meditate, just remember that meditation is not like martial art exercise. It is a connection to your mother. And she's there for us. She can do anything. So when we feel the love in our heart, we have to remember the source of love is from the mother. So we're going to finish the meditation, we're going to raise our Kundalini.
Thank you so much, Uncle. Um, I feel really, really good. I hope everyone who's here is also feeling the same. Um, so this was a quick way of meditating in unison with all the energy centers today. So if you want to come back, these videos will always be uploaded. You can always come back to these videos and watch them, meditate. As Uncle said, that it is for yourself. It is not a sport. So just relax and have a meditation anytime you would like. We will try to facilitate as many sessions as we possibly can going forward. But for now, we have committed to you another 21 days, so 3 weeks for the intermediate program. Some of you might have received a message from me because some of you have sent me your number, but you haven't sent me your country code. So if possible, can you please reply to me on that text and send me your number with your country code, so we can tomorrow we will possibly create the WhatsApp group for the intermediate program. So we'll start adding you there. As like I said, the intermediate program will be for all of you who have been joining. We have almost 250 people on each WhatsApp group. I understand not everyone can make it. Some of them might have participated in some, but mostly the intermediate program is for people who have been mostly regular. So if you've missed out on some programs, some sessions, absolutely fine. Please feel free to continue. Just send me your number and we will facilitate the meditation sessions going forward. A very big thank you to Tom for the beautiful music, and also to Uncle John for beautiful meditation today. A big shout out to the tech team behind. You know me and you know Rachita, you know Webhub, but there's also Kirti and Bhuvan who've been behind the camera mostly. They've been working on the backside, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank them as well for facilitating the tech part. I have something very interesting for you guys before you guys leave. Just hang on for a second. I know you're sharing your contact details, so thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I have to share something for you. We've uploaded a very important resource for your benefit, something absolutely new. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen with you. There is a short book that we've uploaded on the website for you guys today. So it is something that you will enjoy. Let me share it with you now. All right, so I'm not even going to talk about it again. You know the website in and out now. So as you scroll down on the resources, here, do you see this panel here that says resources? When you click on see all resources, it opens up. All right. Here we've uploaded a book for you, a beginner's guide to Sahaj Yoga meditation. So it is a new resource. It's a short book, a small booklet. It's in PDF format. So if you click on this, it should open straight away. So like I said, it just opens straight away. It's the beginner's guide to Sahaj Yoga. It's a book that you guys can feel free to download or go online and read it. So it's just loading from on my system right now. You'll be able to see it shortly. So it's a very short PDF, beginner's guide. So this is your one-stop shop guide for all of you who've been asking some questions. It has all the energy centers. So you can see Muladhar, Swadhisthana, Nabhi. So it has a bit of information. So it's collated. It's in one book. So it has information about Shri Mataji. It tells you about meditation. It tells you how to meditate at home. So just a lot of information for you guys. Tells you about the cervical plexus, gives you a bit of medical terminology, tells you about Sahaj Yoga. And it also tells you about the energy centers. So a very, very thank you to Uncle Charles for uploading and maintaining the website. So please feel free, go to resources, download this book. it will answer most of the questions you've been asking us, and it's going to be your one-stop shop resource on the website. So let me just go back to the website. So like I said, when you go to resources, it's collapsible. Click on see all resources. And there is a beginner's guide to Sahaj Yoga meditation. So it's called a beginner's guide to Sahaj Yoga meditation. You click on that and it is a link. It's a PDF format and it's only 11 MB. So please feel free to download it and keep it on your phone. It has information about Shri Mataji. Also has Shri Mataji's photograph inside the book. So in case you're unable to print it, just keep the book handy and it has everything for you. All right. So that brings us to the end of the 18th day. A very, very big thank you to all of you. And like I said, a big round of applause to all of you for being so regular, taking this time for yourself. A big, big, big shout out to all the lovely participants. And as always, we'll give you 2 minutes to decide if you want to stay back for the experience sharing, a bit of Q&A. We only have 4 more days on this program. So make the most of it. Feel free to stay back if you have the time. Otherwise, we'll give you 2 minutes of silence to decide if you want to stay here or if you want to continue with your day and maybe catch on the video later. So thank you, Shri Mataji. All right. So thank you to everyone who stayed back. When you're at the organizing end of these programs and you're communicating with heaps of people, I just have to take a minute to say it's a big effort, not just us, but also for all the Sahaj Yogi practitioners who've been joining in. For example, I also have to say a very big thank you to Uncle Andrew. He's been the person who's playing the lovely flute. He plays it live for all of you. And today he joined at the last minute as a last minute request. So I cannot say thank you enough for accommodating us and for participating. So a big thank you to Uncle Andrew as well. And to everyone who stayed back. Thank you, Uncle Andrew. So we'll just bring him on screen quickly to show you. He's the person who's been playing the flute. So, hey, Uncle Andrew, thank you for the lovely flute you've been playing.
Yeah, well, thank you for asking me. I love practicing, and I practiced something else today, and then anyway, it was spontaneous and worked out.
It was beautiful. So thank you for sharing your beautiful talent with us every day on these sessions. We really, really enjoy it.
Well, yeah, it's a bit like running these sessions. When you do anything, it's like it plugs you in. When your Kundalini, when you desire for somebody else to get their realization, you give vibrations to somebody, you give them realization, or you want to share it with them. It's like your own Kundalini becomes a part of that all-pervading Kundalini, the energy, which is that love that we talk about as a mother, which is the Mother Earth, the universe, everything.
Yeah. No, thank you so much.
Comes up stronger. So
yeah.
Thank
you
so
now. Much.
I'll be quiet.
No, all good, Uncle. This is the time for all of us to chat and all of us to be here. So no, thank you so much. And today what I'm going to do is, although we do have a panel, I might spontaneously call you in. You've been pretty spontaneous today. So if I have something that I particularly want to ask you, I might shout out to you again.
All right, I'll hang around.
Thank you so much, Uncle. So on our panel tonight, we have Uncle John Michel, who did the meditation today. So we'll bring him up, and you will see a poll on your screens. So if you, no, sorry, no, don't worry about it. So we have Uncle John Michel, we have Meghaji, and we have Nitin, and we have from Japan, Hitoshi Bhaiya. Hello, everyone. And we have, yep. Excellent. So that's our panel for today. And we also have Auntie Erin. I'm so sorry. I should, Webov keeps telling me I should really write all the notes for every day. So pardon me, I keep forgetting. So thank you.
Up on screen.
Yes. Webov does all the organizing. So he's at that end. He's putting everybody on the screen. So a big welcome to all our lovely panelists tonight who are here to share some experiences and also answer some questions that you might have. So please feel free. We're very happy to see that the number of questions have actually reduced. I think we've answered most of them every day. So that's lovely. I feel like that's good progress. But while we wait, and if there's any questions that might pop up later, what we'll do is today we'll start again with the experience sharing, a bit of your own journey, your own miracles, anything specific in your life that really helped you. So we're going to start with that aspect again today. So you guys have seen most of the panelists here. Nitin, however, is new. So we'll start with him. Sorry for putting you on a spot, but we'll just share. We'll ask you to share your any experiences that really established your faith in this energy within you and helped you grow in your spiritual ascent, or maybe helped you in your normal day-to-day life. Anything in specific you'd like to share with us?
It's the most paramount thing that probably helped really ingrain this experience and make the most out of it was the inquisitiveness that, okay, what is Kundalini? What is Chakras? What are Nadis? Even though I'm from India, it didn't mean that I knew anything. When I was introduced, it was a brand new thing as to there's something called Kundalini. But that inquisitivity took me further and further and further. And in a way, it is seeking, but you're not doing this by the way. So anybody who's still online right now, who's doing this, and they're curiously doing it, they want to know. If you approach it from a discovery perspective, you will find there's beyond any human understanding. That depthness is here. But if you do it, just say, look, let's just see. It can work. But if you just are doing because, or let me just do meditation, it's good for me. It may not work, or it may take you to the distance, it may not. But if you keep asking yourself, hey, hang on, why am I spending 10, 15 minutes every day? What is making me spend 10, 15 minutes? Is it the feeling at the top of your head? Is it the feeling on your hands? Or is it just pure silence? Whatever it is, it'll keep driving you if you just ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I actually making the most of my time or not? So for me, what grounded me was exactly that it took me 6 months, and I must be honest, it took me a really good 6 months to start to feel anything on my hands. A lot of the people are very lucky, maybe some of you are, that you felt it straight away. For me, it took a long time, but I was a computer science student, and that's what got me. I said, I want to know why there's air coming out of my head, because it's scientifically not possible. There is no explanation. Because I actually went to a doctor and I said, look, I've tried this meditation, and they say that you get cool breeze. And the doctor said, you must be on some drugs. I said, no, I'm not. I know, but I just know, and sometimes I feel it at the top of my head. He said, you should go home and rest. Don't worry. There's no biochemical response, or there's no medical explanation for what you will feel. So either you're being hallucinated or hypnotized or something. So for the first 6 months, it was just trying to find, is there a catch? Is there something in this that is hocus pocus? But it isn't. It's been now, I don't know how many years, but it's been an amazing journey. That in essence sums it up. Back to you, Monica.
So no, thank you. But can you quickly tell us where you're from and what do you do, so everybody knows a bit
Sure.
about you as well?
I'm originally from India and came to Australia 20 odd years back. I'm an analyst and kind of in the IT or the business industry. I change my industries as I like. But for me, my outlet or the thing that helped, after staring at a computer screen for 8 hours, which we are probably all doing nowadays, a lot of us were working from home. This is a huge reliever, especially to do a foot soak or to use an ice pack or a candle, use the treatments, but ultimately that really relieves all the tension of the day. Is just sitting there 10 minutes and trying to feel that silence with it.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. Speaking of that silence, so thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you for sharing your experience and thank you for introducing yourself.
Sure.
I have to say that when I first meditated, I did not know how noisy my brain was. I believe the first time when I actually meditated. So just like you, my sister was behind my life. I was going through a very stressful period. So my sister was the one who was meditating. So she was so excited because she felt like she had found something and she was behind me, like, you should try this and your stress will go away. And again, I also had a bit of a scientific mind and I thought that, all the problems in my life definitely can't go away with meditation. Like, what is meditation going to do? How are my life, big problems in my life, going to go away just by sitting and meditating? So I ran away for quite a while, till the day I actually was so frustrated that I felt like there's nothing to lose. I felt so depressed. I thought there's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can lose. So I sort of, in frustration, agreed. And I said, okay, I'll give it a try. And that day, it was night when I was meditating, and she took me through the meditation steps that night. And for the first time, it was like evening, dusk time, when the birds are chirping. Trust me, I never heard those birds. I had never heard any traffic. I had never heard any ambient noises around me, just because my brain was so noisy with my own thoughts. So the first time I meditated and my thoughts sort of calmed down, I realized that, oh, I can hear the birds. I can hear so much traffic. So that was my personal experience of experiencing that silence for the first time. And I sort of continued because I was chasing that silence after that, because I realized that when I experienced that silence, my headache and that pressure, that a lot of you have been saying that you felt some pressure in your head, those headaches and those pressures that you've been feeling, I felt that as well. And the only reason is that there was so much stress collected here in my tiny little brain that slowly, slowly the outlet was opening and it was releasing, but it takes time. So that was my experience with the silence that I was chasing after that. That kept me going with the meditation, and there was no looking back. So I'm going to ask you guys, what was your experience? So I see Uncle John has raised his finger. So what's your experience with the silence?
Just to hear you speak about your experience of silence, I have a story that's interesting. As I mentioned before in the program, Shri Mataji organized tours for us to go to India and experience the spirituality in India, which was really important for us because we were able to come out of the Western country. I lived in France at that time, so we were able to come out of our country and go to India, where the pace of life is different and all of that. So we stayed there a few weeks, and we went to visit a place called Ajanta. It's a very ancient site where Buddhists had carved caves on the side of the mountain. So we went to visit that place, and near these caves there was a river, and there was a pond at the end of this area. So we decided, okay, let's have a foot soak in this pond. So we were just 3 or 4 of us, and I put my feet in the water, and we just relaxed, have a short meditation. And then after, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, my whole attention was sucked inside, and it never happened to me before. Like as Nitin said, I was the same. I had difficulty to put my attention inside myself. But that day, my whole attention was sucked inside. I could not focus outside. It was pulling all my attention inside. So I went into a deep meditation like that, without even knowing how it happened. It just happened. So I must have sat there honestly 20 minutes, not without moving. And then I hear someone calling, please come, we have to go back on the bus. So I stand up and start walking back. And I was trying to think what was happening. I couldn't think. It's like my mind was off. I was completely silent, completely balanced. I couldn't think anymore for about 10 minutes. That was amazing.
And those are the things that you only experience. So for those of you who felt similarly, those of you who have experienced the silence, we're very happy for you. For those of you who've witnessed it for a very tiny bit, that's the thing, you continue and it expands. So the aim is to expand that silence. It gives you more control over your own thoughts. So you do not swing with your moods left, right, center. So try to meditate and experience the similar thoughtlessness. And sometimes beautiful creations around you, the parks, the nature. Of course, we can't travel, but whichever part of the world you're in, try to be out in the nature if it is possible. And if you're not in a lockdown, and you'll see the nature and the natural things around, beautiful artifacts, they do bring that silence within. So hope you can experience that. So over to Meghaji now. Do you have any similar experience that you would like to share?
To be honest, my mind was never so noisy, like as you were saying. I got my realization quite young. So I don't know. Yes, of course, we had that silence. And even now, like I would like to go back to that silence. That's what keeps us going, I think. And I often say that meditating is for me is like brushing teeth. So people get up in the morning and brush my teeth, but I have to meditate to keep me going through the day. Yeah, I think that silencing your thoughts, it's really remarkable. Like when like John Michel was saying that afterwards, when you try to think what's happening, you can't actually think anything because you are in that space that your mind is completely in silence. So yeah, that is I think very profound when you have that that kind of experience. So that's really great.
Oh, absolutely. And Uncle John, I'm from India and I haven't even seen the Ajanta Ellora caves, so I really must go. I must see them.
You must. They are beautiful.
Yeah.
But having said that, when we went to Uluru here, that was back in 2009-10 at that time. And so the first time when we went there, it was getting like towards the afternoon, late afternoon. And you'd stand in front of that rock and the profound feeling and the silence that you feel within yourself. That is something was like you really can't forget that experience. So
it's
that is something
magnetic.
It is magnetic, and it is just that. So like Monica was saying, that even looking at nature and things like that can help bring the thoughts down. And then there are some places which are very special, which you just don't have to do anything. It just automatically happens.
Absolutely. So for any of you who live in Australia, whenever possible, please do visit Uluru. Uluru is a rock in the center of Australia. It is the heart of Australia, and it is a massive monolith. It is red ochre in color. It is a very auspicious place. The Aboriginal people worship it. Very recently, the government announced that nobody can climb the rock, which was a monumental success for all the native Australians. And they worship that place. They say it is very auspicious. And like Meghaji said, the moment you go there, it brings that profound silence, because It is the magnitude of that beauty you see,
Yes.
which brings you in that state of meditation.
It's
So
actually not. It's not a rock. Actually, it's not a
it is a
rock.
monolith.
It is a living being. That's the way I felt when I went there. It's a living
Oh,
being.
yes, absolutely. And
It
it
communicates
is,
with you. It's amazing.
it is
Yeah, you can
amazing.
see it on
And
the screen right now. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Yeah. So
Wow,
like Uncle John said, it feels like that when you're there, you feel like it is not just
it's not a rock. It's not a rock.
not rock. Yeah. So so definitely, if you're planning to visit Australia after COVID, definitely try to come, definitely keep it in your list and visit it with that respect, because that is what that place demands, and rightly so. It is beautiful.
But you know what I
So,
felt there? Sorry to
yeah,
interrupt. You know what I
yeah.
felt there that was quite amazing is I definitely felt it was not a rock because we were meditating there for we stayed there for 3 days and we had meditation in the morning and at sunset. And what happened is every day was different. We had a different feeling every day. And the deepest feeling I felt there was the joy, the absolute joy that I cannot even describe it. It was like a small child joy that was completely um, uh, penetrating in us. It was unbelievable. We couldn't leave. We could at night the sun set and there was a ranger who was closing the car park and he was telling us, "Oh, the lights are going to turn off." We didn't care. We couldn't leave. It was
That is
unbelievable.
that is amazing. We also have some really amazing feedback coming. Corina saying she finally felt thoughtless awareness for the first time during these sessions of Sahaj Yoga, and she didn't have to fall asleep during the meditation to get there. And that is, thank you for sharing, Corina. That is so beautiful. And feedback like this makes us so happy because that is the reason why we're doing these sessions. All of you can feel that. We have a couple of questions also. So there is one question, Anya. Uh, I have spoken to Anya before, and I think she did say she have some liver condition. She's saying, thank you for everything you're doing. Over the last couple of days, I noticed that I nod off and feel a bit lethargic and tired. Feel like I'm on a different planet. I feel I'm suddenly waking up from deep sleep. I've been attending all these sessions, mostly live, and wonder why I'm nodding off or feeling so tired. What does it mean? In a way, listening to the lady talking just now, possibly that's when I'm in full silence. So, okay, so that means you're experiencing the silence as well, and you're also feeling a bit sleepy. I think we've addressed the sleepiness quite a few times. We'll just quickly ask Hitoshi Bhaiya to explain why do people feel sleepy one more
One more
time.
time.
Okay. As I said before, I think the sleepiness comes as a reaction to the overactivity or the tension during the daytime. So we've been tensed, and then when we meditate, suddenly the relaxing response comes. Then we goes too much to the relaxing side, and then the body requires to sleep or to take a rest. But that's tentative. I think it goes on like that for a while, and gradually we come back to the balanced state after some time. That's the first thing that came to my mind. The other one is, as I said, we are used to be as we used to be, but when we meditate, we are actually exposed to the reality as it is, and sometimes it's always more than our understanding, mental understanding. So we try to understand it, but we can't understand it. So as a result, our minds try to shut down. That's another possibility. I think.
So thank you. Anya, I hope that answers your question a bit. If you have anything else, you can always put it in the chat below. If it resonates with you, or if there's anything else you'd like to add, just put in there and we'll address that as well.
Just
Yes.
one thing. I think she was talking about being lethargic, and if I remember correctly, isn't it? She's feeling a bit
Yes,
lethargic, and yeah.
she
So
said
it
to
could
me
be from
earlier. She
it
said
could
to
be
me earlier
from her
that she
left
has a bit
side
of
as
a.
well.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry. I was just saying that she had said to me earlier that it was a bit of a liver condition as well. So
Yeah,
having a
that's
bit
what
of
I
a
was coming
lethargic
to.
liver.
That's what it's coming from, I think. So probably using ice pack 5-10 minutes maximum should help.
Yeah, and
if it is lethargic liver. Oh, sorry, it's lethargic liver. It's saying.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it could be left side then.
Yeah.
So Anya, for now, I would just say I remember you had Pankaj with you in your session, and I think he had addressed quite a few of your questions during the one-on-one on Saturday workshop. He did tell us how the session went. So I hope the session went well and a lot of your questions were answered. I would just say that for now, keep meditating. Just keep meditating. Don't think too much about your medical condition. You're already taking medication. So just concentrate on meditating to get rid of all the worry that you might be carrying about your health or otherwise. Don't think. I think in one of these sessions earlier, Uncle Edwin had said that, if you're feeling a bit sleepy, that's all right. Just let your body be. Don't try to act or react otherwise. So if you're feeling a bit lazy, if you want to have a snooze for 5-10 minutes, just allow yourself. And when you wake up, you'll feel fresh and better. And just meditate without thinking of why it's happening, what is happening. Just give yourself about 7 days to see the difference. And then maybe in 7 days, you can let us know if things have changed. So let's just keep it to meditation. That's all for now. Just meditate. Continue joining the sessions. Continue meditating at home. Do a foot soak whenever possible. Preferably every night. There's heaps of videos online now. The previous sessions all have foot soak, so you can watch any one of those and have a foot soak, and that should also help. So in a week's time, we'll discuss again and see how you're feeling. On that note, Reena is saying she felt coolness on her head, which she had never felt before, which is amazing. Very, very happy for you, Reena. And Xavier is also saying that he feels peaceful. So thank you so much. Your feedback's very, very valuable. So really, really appreciate that. Coming back to Auntie Erin. So Auntie Erin, do you have any nice experiences from your journey that you'd like to share with us?
Many. Can I just hark back a minute to the previous question? And I guess
Yes.
Lots of the questions that are around people asking about improving their health. I think one of the things once the Kundalini is awakened that we tend to forget is that it's not only that love and that bliss, but it is also an intelligence. It's the wisdom and knowledge beyond our comprehension that comes to you as well when you meditate. And what you find is that you start attracting to yourself the things that you need in a way that you haven't before, without you having to worry about it or do anything about it. People will come your way who have the information and the assistance that you need. This is without you going looking for it and Googling it and what have you. Let that happen in your life, and just be open to using your wisdom, but be open to getting the answers. And you might find that all of a sudden, you have some work to do outdoors, and it means you're sitting on the earth for a while. It might not be what you plan to do, but then you're being cleared and assisted in a way that you couldn't plan and probably don't in your early days who don't know about those techniques and how powerful they can be. So that's certainly been my ongoing experience, sort of coming into Sahaja Yoga a long time ago, not very healthy, and then all those sorts of amazing little, you know, miracles. I could tell you lots of little miracle stories about those kind of things. But even now, as Shri Mataji was saying, that as we get older, you know, we live longer and that some of us have that sort of, you know, genetic makeup which says, you know, you're only going to live to 50, but we go on to 70. So there's a bit of work in that, I have to tell you. I'm probably one of those people. So still now at this age, I'm getting amazing help with health problems. You know, I think she said once that it doesn't matter how much meditation there is, you know, if you're a mango tree, you can't turn into a banana. So we're kind of to an extent, we're expressing our genetics as we get older. So we have, you know, we have our family genetics manifesting, and it's been wonderful to see how, as you know, those sort of things come up, other things come into my life and people give me advice. Sahaja yogis suddenly start talking to me about something that, you know, I've never heard of before by way of treatment, or, you know, just say, you need to sit on the earth more, you know, and then I find out about, you know, kind of earthing products and all sorts of things like this. We hear through the course of our Sahaja Yoga practice and listening to videos and talking to people, we hear how these things are important for our growth and our health. But sometimes, like, we just have to rediscover it and find out really how much important that is and how much difference it can make to us.
Thank you,
so
Auntie.
that's a long way to say, just take it easy.
Beautifully explained, beautifully explained. I must say that's a very, very fresh perspective of putting that, you know, it is very, very well said, Auntie. Thank you so much. And I think this also answers, in a way, Shamim's question. Shamim was saying that, let me just go back to it. Shamim was saying, I think Kirti's already answered her, but she was saying that, thank you all for this peaceful 1 hour. Today, while meditating, I felt a tingling on my forehead and saw some purple and yellow colors like waves. I generally close my eyes while meditating. I have not felt any hot or cold air, but she has felt a bit of tingling, which is a very good sign, Shamim.
Yeah.
Any sensation is a good sign. So tingling is definitely a good sign. Uncle Andrew, you've been a bit quiet. Do you want to add something to that? I told you I'll put you on a spot.
Cool is though really cool. Cool is cool.
Yeah.
So tingling means that the system is starting to activate.
Yeah.
And you're starting to become sensitive to where your problems are, and you don't have to worry about where your problems are. You just use whatever you've already learned to clear them. But a lot of the time, you just, as everybody's been saying, you just meditate, and the chakra or whatever the problem is will clear itself. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to pull yourself apart and put yourself back together again. The Kundalini is the energy that created us. So the Kundalini knows where to go and how to clear the chakras and everything else. You know, you just have to. You kind of surrender your worries, and then they work out. If you start thinking about something and worrying about it, you actually become an obstacle to that thing being worked out.
And absolutely. And the thing is that we're very happy you felt it today, because I remember you'd said that you were feeling peaceful, but you hadn't felt much. So feeling a sensation is like a beginning. So definitely carry that peace that you've been feeling in this 1 hour throughout your day. Try to expand it more and more, especially when you feel the day is not going according to how you planned, or you're not feeling good. Use those simple affirmations. Moment you feel angry, just in your mind, just forgive. If you, for example, if you couldn't control your anger and you did burst out, that's all right. Just tell yourself, I'm not guilty, and forgive yourself. Say that I won't do it again. use those simple techniques throughout your day, because Sahaj Yoga is such a living process. You can do this all the time. I
And
remember yeah.
sorry, Monica, just to add to Erin, that was a very good perspective to put across from a practical viewpoint, that we will carry our genes no matter what, and whatever problems come with it. But the intensity of those problems reduces, and in some cases disappears as well, when you start to practice, because your Kundalini rises and tries to make you better from within. But you should never substitute, your meditation for your medication. You should continue your medication if your doctor tells you. Don't stop it because you require it. There may come a point where you don't need it and you feel it within that, okay, I'm fine, I don't need this anymore. But they go hand in hand. Sometimes people do make the mistake that, oh my gosh, I can stop taking all the pills that I'm taking today. We are not doctors, we are not health experts, we are meditators, so we can tell you from a very subtle aspect what is happening within, from the chakras and from the energy centers and the channels. But if you have a physical manifestation of it, how to tackle that physical manifestation, you have to continue tackling that in the manner that you're doing it today. Again, the intensity may reduce, but it'll just take some time. It'll get better. That much definitely, there's a promise that it will get better. Sorry, continue. You were saying something, Manik.
Absolutely. And slowly, like Nitin Bhaiya said, that your doctor will automatically advise you when to stop your medication because you are getting better. So definitely keep both the things going. Have your meditation and have your medication at the same time, and see what your doctor tells you, as in when you keep going with your meditations. The meditations the problem is that when we get a problem, we have a disease, or we feel like there's some symptom we're feeling, we immediately go to Google and we search and we read all these horrible things, which really give you fear or fright in your heart. That, oh my God, it could be that problem. Google's always going to tell you that you have some sort of a monstrous disease. So don't do that. Definitely, if you have a problem, go to a doctor. Don't Google, and don't worry. Once you have a medication, just take it and try to detach yourself from that physical problem that you have. And just when you meditate, take it as an experiment. And in that time when you're meditating, do try to take that problem, that health problem, out of your mind. Just try to detach yourself from that. For anyone who might have any physical symptom, just detach yourself. Keep it as your goal, that when I'm meditating, I'm not going to think about that problem. And slowly just expand that.
Even otherwise, I think, Monica, detaching yourself from the problem really helps. Like, say, being an architect, I can say, from if you see something from a bird's eye view, like from the top. So when being detaching, meaning you are actually going beyond that problem and you can actually see that from the top, and it's much easier, or it just gets worked out. But if you are constantly thinking and trying to solve it, then you are just causing more problem or being an obstacle to being that problem being solved. So I think that's a really good thing, to detach yourself from the problem.
I can tell a short story. What happened to me also when I started Sahaj Yoga is I heard Shri Mataji explaining to us at that time that if you have any kind of problem that you feel in your body, you keep your left hand open to the sky, and then with the right hand, for example, if it's something here, you just turn like this several times, and you do this, and then you don't think about it. You just ask for this mother energy to sort of help. So because I was very new, I just one day I got sick. I was getting sick every year with tonsillitis. I was having these big glands swelling, and that happened to me since I was young. Every year, in summer, every time I was getting this problem. So I started Sahaj Yoga, and then 2 or 3 months later, this happened to me. So the problem is I was at home alone, and it made me really sick. When I woke up in the morning, I had temperature. I was dizzy. I couldn't get out, so I didn't know what to do. And then I remembered what Shri Mataji told us. So I was sitting alone in my room and doing this. for half an hour, whatever. Then I fell asleep, and I slept probably, I don't know, 10 hours. When I woke up the next morning, I was good, no problem. And the thing is, after that, it never came back. Lucky.
So wonderful, Uncle. So wonderful. And this similar message, Uncle, from Shah here, he's saying that I'm a light sleeper, but after a few days of meditation, one day I slept about 9 hours. And from that day, I have felt much better.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
there you go. And absolutely, Karina, no amount of vaccination can eliminate the thoughts. That's absolutely right. Very well said. That a vaccination can definitely get rid of the virus, but it cannot get rid of all the negative thoughts that we might have accumulated. So definitely, this is the time to meditate and look inside. On that note, we're going to quickly play an interview by Shri Mataji, and then we'll come back here and follow up from there. There's a video that we've prepared. There's an interview that Shri Mataji gave. So we'll just quickly play that now and catch up with you guys after that.
Well, these are the sort of claims you've probably heard before from many so-called gurus. But for her fast-expanding group of disciples, Mataji Nirmala Devi is different. Tonight, she brings her message to a public meeting in Exeter. Mataji, the world of healing and gurus is full of frauds and charlatans. Do you accept that many people might be skeptical about your claims?
Of course, they should be. Why they are not, I don't understand, you see. You must use your brains and reach right conclusions. Why are you seeking, what are you seeking, and whom are you going to? Those people who charge you money and live like parasites on you cannot be your gurus. You see, they are people without any self-respect.
You don't charge any money at all?
Not at all. I mean, how can I charge money for this? Is love of God. How can I charge money for that?
It's claimed that even viewers of an interview such as this, just by looking at your picture on the television screen, can receive some sort of physical manifestation of your power. Now, how does that work?
By just if they put their hands towards me like this, even now, they can feel a cool breeze blowing into their hands. So many might feel as they felt it in Hong Kong. But if you are a complicated people, it takes some time. But normally people are simple and they get it. The cool breeze just starts blowing into their hands. And that is the breeze of the Holy Ghost.
Just by holding their hands to the screen at the moment?
Just like that, yes.
Well, your message is self-awareness, self-realism. I mean, what exactly does that mean?
Self is the reflection of God Almighty in the heart. But it resides on top of your head. And what is self-realization? In ordinary words, we can say the real baptism. It's the real baptism. Means what happens? That your spirits enters into your awareness, into your conscious mind, into your central nervous system, so that you start feeling the awareness of the spirit which is flowing through you as energy. This is the energy of the all-pervading power of God.
But I'm sure many people must feel that they know themselves perfectly well already without any extra power required.
This is a self-opinionated thing. But there is a way to find out. If you know yourself, then you must know what are the centers catching in you, what are the centers are catching in another person. It is the becoming that is important. It's not a mental projection that I am such and such. Supposing I say I am the governor of some place, do I become? No, I must have the powers.
But you can actually look at another person and say what is wrong with that person, or feel what is wrong with that person.
Yes, I can. I can look at the person and say, but others, those who are Sahajogis, can just feel it on their fingertips. But we talk another language. We don't say you have cancer, because that's not good to say. But what we say, you are catching on this center or that center. Supposing somebody is very egoistical, then we don't say you are egoistical, we say you are catching on Agya. So it doesn't feel hurt, you know.
But having identified the problems, you can also cure them as well.
Yes, if we identify the problems, we also know how to cure them.
What happened 20 years ago before gurus even were heard of in the Western world? We seem to survive perfectly well without them.
You see, this is the time of resurrection. This is the time of last judgment. It's being pointed out by your great poet, William Blake, who said that a new category of human beings, he called them men of God, will be born on this earth, and they will become prophets, and they will have powers to make others prophets. Of course, there has been prophecy also in India thousands of years back, that in this work will start in 1970, and that many people will get their realization is already announced.
And now we're in that time.
Yeah, that the time has come. That's why these people have taken birth, and there are many children who are born realized, And you do not know what they are because they have these vibrations and they are different people.
Mataji, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Yes. And see if there's a cool breeze coming on your fingers. Or you can put your hand, right hand, on your head and see if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head here.
To another equally remarkable lady, the one at the start of the programme who promises or threatens to set cool breezes blowing around you. Her name is Mataji Nirmala Devi. She trained as a doctor in India and she's now married to a senior diplomat at the United Nations. She lives in London, but this week she's holding a series of public meetings to publicise her teachings. She believes that we all have a form of spiritual energy called Kundalini at the base of our spines, which can be awakened and sent flowing through the body. So I took my shoes off and went to meet her in Northampton this morning.
You are a person who is more active outside, to think too much, work too much.
Think too much? Nobody's ever said that to me before. Right.
And you work too much physically, run about, and you're more working outside. And left side is the emotional side, so less time for emotional life. Right? That's what is the imbalance in you is. Now, for this, we have to first give you a balance. Right? So what I do is to awaken your frozen side and bring it down so the grease comes over here to satisfy this side. So it is to be awakened. You see, the emotional side is awakened, and this side is given a sort of a soothing effect with the all-pervading power from your. So this is how it moves, right? This is the energy.
But is this energy or this desire any more than the desire that everyone has to make the best of themselves, to be happy, to be content?
You cannot be contented with material things. You cannot be. That's the basic principle of economics.
So that was a wonderful interview that Shri Mataji had given to BBC and other news channels. So we'll play a series of these in the days to come. And hopefully you can keep enjoying these interviews, which I feel they are very, very, they answer your questions even today, because as humans, we haven't changed. We are facing the same problems that we were facing back in the 70s and 80s. And the problems have just increased. That's all. That's the only thing that's changed. So getting back to our panel here, I had one more comment here. So there's just one last question here, which Reena has said that she feels a bit of pain in both the shoulders. So she's saying, how do I heal it? Please, like John Michel did for his throat.
Yes.
She has a bit.
Wow, the shoulders. Okay. Shri Mataji has actually explained this in a talk specifically, because we have chakras here as well. The Sri Chakra and Lalita Chakra. So it's a little bit deeper in the knowledge of Sahaja Yoga. But the shoulders basically are linked to the heart and to the Vishuddhi here. So it will, of course, you can do this. This is the basic tool that works for everything. This movement is like we are giving a phone call to this all-pervading power and asking him or her, can you please help me? This is what we're doing. So we're just doing this. And as in the meditation, we don't have to think about it, because it's like it's a secret language. So if you start speaking, it doesn't really help. It's a secret language where when we do this, all the angels know already. They're going to come straight away. We don't have to do much. So that's the first thing. Then there are some techniques of releasing the Vishuddhi where we can gargle the throat. We can put some ghee in the nose, eat some honey. We can use these affirmations that we've been using in meditation.
I'm not
All these
guilty.
techniques, yeah, all these techniques can be used. I'm not guilty. If you're a person who is used to speak loudly and aggressive to other people, then we have to work on this side and say, look, I want to become sweet in my way of speaking. All of these things have an effect on our chakras here.
Yeah.
And also
It
just
looks
to
like
add,
Nitin. Yep.
that if
Nitin
you
Bhaiya, yeah, go ahead.
maybe she's doing some exercises with the shoulder where you are lifting them too much. So maybe try not. One of the things that kind of not hurts but could create an imbalance in this particular center is many times we lift our shoulders unnecessarily a lot, and that's advised not to do because it does hurt a little bit. Maybe that's one of the reasons. I don't know whether you do or not, or whether a doctor has told you to do some physical exercises of the shoulders or not. But if you, what's the English term for lifting your shoulders too much? Don't do too much of that.
Hunching too much, yeah. Hunching. It's a millennial problem mostly. People who are using their phone too much. I had this problem. It's only when I moved to Australia, Webb have said that, what is your problem? Why does your neck always stay like this? So I was carrying a lot of tension in my neck. I didn't even realize, but because I was using my phone and my computer too much, my neck was always sort of, you know how it should be like this. My neck was always ducking forward. Unconsciously, I was carrying this stress in my neck, which I didn't even realize. So it could be because you're using too much, or you, Arena, and I, in your case, I do know you drive too much. So it could be possibly because of the driving as well. That also gives you fatigue because you're constantly in a driving position where your shoulders are in the same place.
Yeah, that could be the reason.
Yeah, but like Uncle John said, that just make that phone call.
Yeah, just simply do this.
I like that.
On both the shoulders.
Yeah, you're too much stress. Your stress is on your shoulders, so just throw it away. Like, you remember the foot soak we did? In the foot soak, what did we do? We just dropped everything, whatever extra baggages we're carrying, just drop them in the water and release yourself. So just say, I'm not going to carry this. I'm not going to take this on my shoulders anymore. So just throw it in the water when you're doing your foot soak tonight before sleeping. And definitely look after your shoulders when you're driving. All right. So
sometimes also, if people have been seeing gurus who've given them mantras, so those can cause problems too. So if you're hanging around with some old mantra that you learned somewhere and using that routinely, give that a rest and just work on clearing the chakras, and then you'll see whether or not that was helping or not.
Very good.
Like we said, these days when you're giving to Sahaj, give it your all and see how it's working for you. So if there's any other practices that you've done in the past or you're inclined to do, just give it a rest for some time. So you know how much benefit you're actually getting out of Sahaj Yoga, because it's independent. You're only doing this. So whatever results you're getting out of this. So just stick with one practice at a time.
And sometimes that's hard to let go of if people are in the habit of it. But this is part of being your own master and your own guru. So, don't feel like you're attached to any of those practices and things that you've learned before. In the same way that we're asking you to be scientific about your practice of Sahaja Yoga and your meditations and learning about that. Same goes for other practices that you're doing. Just leave them for a while and then you can see them from a distance in a detached way and be scientific about them too. Sorry, Manika.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was actually just going to add that, because Sahaja Yoga is free, sometimes people think that, how good could it be? Or how much benefit could I get out of something which they're not even charging money for? Because the world, unfortunately, is in a way that if you've paid for a service, for example, if the same 21-day course was paid, on day one, we had 270 people. So those 270 people would have stayed till the end. They would have made sure they would have attended all the lessons, all the classes, just because they feel like they've paid some money and they need to get the value out of it. But the thing is that this, like when you put a seed in the earth, you can't pay the seed and say, you can't put a mango seed in the earth and pay it money and say, I want a banana plant out of it. Nature doesn't work that way. The seed you sow is the seed that's going to sprout. In the same way, nature does its thing and it doesn't charge you money. No amount of money can make the nature do its thing. You know, we have day after night, we have season after season, and all of this is free. Everything around, the oxygen that we have, the air that we breathe, it's free. So you have to understand that this knowledge was given to us by Shri Mataji, and she kept it free because there is no amount of money you can pay that would do justice to what you're getting. So just because you're getting it for free, don't take it for granted. It is very valuable because it is your own power within you. So take it seriously and keep an open mind and see for yourself how you feel after you are done with this. So yes, Shamim, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi. Monica, the last point that you told, that because it's free, people are not taking seriously, or people may not take seriously. I would completely beg to differ over here. It's my own perception. The reason I joined this one is because everything today is so commercialized, you know. Any guru or anyone you take, they start with all those, you know, free trials, and then they start becoming life coach, life healer, manifestation coach, and all of them are like so expensive, as if, you know, God is in their pocket. I'm sorry not to hurt anyone's sentiment. The reason why I kept on thinking, what is it that you all are getting by giving it free and giving us so much of time? And that's where it resonated with me. It must be something so invaluable and so powerful that you people have devoted so much of time. And I'm being extremely honest. No, neither have I felt that kind of, you know, realization what others have felt till now. But I am not looking for that. This 1 hour gives me a lot of peace, and I cannot do it in the morning because I'm not a morning person, but I'm trying. But I'm starting to do it at night, at least, whatever time. I do my own prayer, my own faith, whatever, you know, tells, and then I do try and do this. And sometimes I do it on my prayer mat also, just to, you know, keep the vibration there. I have particularly joined thinking that you must be getting much, much more than money. You must be giving a lot of peace and happiness. Whole team, whole panel, all the admin team, everyone. I wouldn't have joined if someone had told me to pay for this. Very sorry, I wouldn't, because I see so much of it, so much of commercialization in social media nowadays of all this, as if angels are their best friend. Anytime angels are picking and throwing them up, I would have been very skeptic. So I have joined thinking that's much, much above money. And I hope I will continue in the journey. So yeah, thank you all.
You.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That makes us so happy, because you're right. It is very invaluable what we feel and what you're getting, because we, like I said, you know, everyone that you see here, they are all working professionals. Definitely not here for the money. We're all just sharing the joy we got in our lives with all of you. I see Xavier's put up his hand as well. Xavier, do you want to unmute yourself?
Yes. I have to ask to Uncle John. What are the similar? You mentioned martial arts earlier.
What
can you explain?
What do you mean?
What are the similar to martial arts and Sahaja yoga? You mean?
Oh, all right. The relationship between martial arts and Sahaja yoga is that when we meditate, we are talking about love and spontaneity and thoughtlessness. This is very beautiful. But the other side is we have to be strict with ourselves. And the martial arts, it gives people that kind of righteous strength and righteous attitude in strength. Like, you know, even when you practice an instrument, like Andrew is playing flute. So to play flute, you have to practice every day. and you have to be consistent. In martial arts, it's the same, and in meditation, it's the same. So martial arts on that side, it's important because it gives us this kind of commitment. The other side of martial arts, which is if you go too much in that aspects of your life, if you practice too much physical exercise, it might take you off your balance because you're going too much on the right side. So if that happens to you, then you have to slow down the martial art and spend as much time in meditation, if you can. Then when you reach the balance, your mind is in balance, and then your judge, like Miga was saying, your judgment, oh no, it was Erin saying it, your judgment becomes very wise. It's intelligent, it gives you intelligence. You become smart, you become, you can discriminate between what's good for you and what's not good for you. So nothing is bad. Some people like rock and roll music, some people like classical music, it doesn't matter. But the point is the balance. You got to find for yourself where to go, how to stop things and how to reduce that. And the best way is to first establish meditation. Once you have the meditation flowing, you start seeing for yourself, this is actually good for me. This is okay,
It's just to some, it's the discipline that you're really trying to take from an art like martial art, that I need to be consistent. You're not wasting your time every day, 10, 15 minutes or an hour or 2 hours doing these 21 days. You want the best out of it. And that can only happen, as Jean-Michel said, that you want to establish this meditation that can only happen via discipline, which means at least 10 minutes every day, dedicate to yourself. That's all.
And if you keep practicing, you will realize in the next 21 days that we will have the intermediate program, you will slowly realize your habits will change. You will realize slowly things that you really had been enjoying in the past. You will not even know why, but you will change. You will stop enjoying those things and you will start enjoying different things. You will realize a lot of people will move out of your life. You will not have a fight. You will not get into an argument. For no reason, a lot of people will just go out of your life very peacefully. And even though you will try to maintain a contact with them, it won't happen. It's because your life is changing for the good, for the betterment. So be prepared for all these changes. They will automatically manifest. You don't have to try for them. They happened with almost all of us that you see on the screen right now. I can, even though they're not saying so, I can vouch for everyone and say it has happened for each one of us. A lot of
still happens, Monica.
Yeah.
I said it still happens.
Absolutely. All the toxic things will leave your life on its own. You won't even have to do anything. You won't even have to get into a fight to tell that person, I don't want you in my life. They will just go away on their own. So just keep hanging in there and keep witnessing that change in your life that starts from here.
Beautiful.
So thank you, Xavier. Thank you, Xavier.
Thank
you, everyone. Thank you, Shah. I will be reading your comments and we're very happy to see that your habits are already changing. So that's a very, very heartfelt gratitude to all of you for your time, to all the participants, to all the panelists here, to all the beautiful feedback that we got. If I have missed anyone out, I'm very, very sorry in advance. But a big thank you to all of you. Let's just close today's session with a meditation, a quick one, and we'll wrap up the session after that. So Nitin Bhaiya is new here. He's not been with us in a session before on here. He was there in the workshop, I believe, but he wasn't here. So let's have a meditation with Nitin Bhaiya today, and then we'll finish tonight.
Sure. All right. Just to finish, this shouldn't take hopefully too long because maybe some are falling asleep already. Just open your hands and like you've done it a few times. With your right hand, right palm at the top of your head, just rotate it a few times so that it brings your attention back away from any thoughts, away from any what you need to do tomorrow, what you did yesterday, your past, your future. Just bringing yourself in this moment. Close your eyes. Just bring your hands back in your lap, palm facing upwards. Just pray to your Kundalini, or let's pray to our Kundalini mother. That mother, please let me feel the blossoming, the transformation from within. Please manifest the changes that are happening within me. And please make me more sensitive to my subtle system. Just for these few minutes, don't worry about any pains or catches or tingling, numbness, cold, warm, whatever you're feeling. For these few minutes, just without worrying about them, try to take all your attention, your focus, your concentration at the top of your head, which is the point of your integration. Even if that means you rotate your hand again, put your palm at the top of the head, rotate it a few times, whatever it takes to just bring all attention at the top of your head. Keep your eyes closed, keep your hands open, palm facing upwards in your lap. And try to listen to the music as if you were listening from your Sahasrara. If you still have thoughts, you just within yourself, you say, Mother, I forgive all my thoughts. I forgive all my reactions. Just to finish up, we can all together, if you do it together, is to take that bandhan or raise your kundalini 3 times and then take the protection, the rainbow around you. So we can, if we do it together, we start from the first center all the way up, and then you tie 1 knot. Then again, from the bottom of the spine, all the way up, and tie 2 knots. And then a 3rd time. Again, you rotate your right hand and tie 3 knots. And then the protection to keep you in balance, starting from your left side, all the way to the right and then back. That's for the first center, then for the second, then for the third, the fourth, the fifth, sixth, and finally the 7th. Back to you, Manika.
So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We will happily have you again tomorrow and look forward to having you tomorrow as well. As always, I've already shared the resources. Please feel free to download the book for anyone who is joined in late and who's still here. We will be creating a separate WhatsApp group for the intermediate program. So if you haven't shared your number, I'll again put my number on WhatsApp on the chat window. Either save that number or send me a text. If I'm already connected with you, just put it here or on WhatsApp that you're interested, and I'll put you in the WhatsApp group, because it will be a separate WhatsApp group for the intermediate program. So I've put my, I've put it on a personal, I'll put it for everyone. I've put it in the chat window for everyone. Just send me a text, either here or on WhatsApp, and then we will add you to the WhatsApp group. So either save my number and send me a text on WhatsApp, or please put your number with your country code in the chat window on Zoom, and we will save it and we will add you. Either way, stay connected. We will see you tomorrow. And with all our gratitude, we bow our head and we pay the obeisance to our mother, our individual mother. So we say Jai Shri Mataji. So thank you, everyone. Lovely to have you here tonight. See you all tomorrow. And Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you, Manika.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Manika.
Thank you to the lovely.
Radhi. Have a good night.
Bye, Bhav. Thank you, the whole team.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Night. Night.
Mm-hmm.